They'll be calling you a radical. Don't freaking trespass on the Queen's Forest. It's a freak show. Ogden's a freak show. Don't tread on the Queen's Forest. So, right here, used to be a really great place to hike. Get up in there, so cool. But oh, it's the canoe park. Godfrey's freaking canoe park. They're redoing it. Oh God. So there used to be. What the hell's a scooter doing here? I mean, my God. There used to be this red and white checkered Pillsbury silo right here till recently. The coolest thing you ever seen. An incredible Ogden land. Who tore it down? Oh, there's the Roosters. What a hideous building, right? The Exchange building right there. So let's walk up here. Headed to the game. Marine Biology Bowl. Kevin Blanch on the call. You know, when you guys going to wake up and realize that there's no media now? We're the media. You know, your YouTube camera, get it out. We're taxpayers. You know, it's just like the athletic department got into me about shooting video inside. I says, are you crazy? I'm a taxpayer. This is a public university. Kiss my ass. I was here when you got here. I'll be here when you leave. They're not going to stop me. They trying. I mean, I'm 7th generation. The first rapers got here 200 years ago. Almost. Woo! My family on the one side got here even before Brigham Young and Ogden. The Ashley 200. That's a great old rock wall, and it's old. This used to be Richardson's Market. This place was hopping. And boy, did we used to. That's where my good friend Fred Sumner, he worked there when we were kids. So, but anyway, that's where we bought beer. Give us a case of Coors Tawls. That'll be $8 for the 16 ounces. That's where Fort Benaventura, there was another fort before that. Who's the Savages? West Ogden, the old 16th Ward. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The old dump. The mountain down there. See if we can get a good shot. Hope the camera doesn't run. I'm having trouble with the camera headed to the game, to the marine biology. The marine biologist in the desert of Utah. Play back the tape, Your Honor. Doesn't the work matter? For the YouTube video is mightier than the sword or the pen or the keyboard. Doesn't the work matter? So you just call yourself marine biologist? UC Davis today, which is one of the big marine biology departments in the world. Was. Everything's no trespassing everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. Even on all the public grounds. Go to the football stadium. No trespassing on the taxpayer. We no trespass. I mean, we just pay for it. Every single coach in the country, state universities, the highest paid employees by the state, Whittingham, J. Hill, freaking all of them. Not at BYU. That's a private institution. State or coaches. Who pays for them? They build the stadiums. They pay the coaches. You can say one-way street. You know, so what is this? Weber State football, NFL? We got a bunch of them. That one right there, number 22 signed up. I changed his name from Rocket. He's from San Diego. To Lightning. I think he'll have a big game today. He always does. I see my good friend Cooley is bolded. I wonder what that's all about. So Josh Davis will go over 3,000 yards today. Should. We hope. He needs 40. He's got a long way to catch Trevon Smith. Oh, we can't talk about him. Because he was beat to death by the cops. By the jailers, not the cops. In a jail cell. He's got 4,000. But we're not going to mention his name at Weber State. Who's Fawn McKay Brody? Who's Bernard DeBodo across the White Missouri? So, God, they even got this sidewalk closed. So I can't even walk over. Every road is closed. Every road has construction. We can't get anywhere. Where do we go from? Can't get anywhere. I wanted to get a shot of the old rail yard because it's empty. The great rail yard is empty, but of course not. This is what Ogden is. Ogden is nothing but roads closed, roads closed, roads closed. They've been working on that Harrison project, putting a water line down the center of Harrison now for 2 years. Road closed. That's why the moose got killed. All the road construction. It's so confusing up there, so dangerous. It's nuts. The whole city. Well, because property taxes are rising. These guys are flush with money. So, only, okay. All the roadsides around here. Danger, danger. Oh, sorry about that. I was going to try. But everything's vacant in Ogden. Every single building in Ogden is vacant. Yet there's cars everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Where do they go? Where do they go? Saturday. Where do they go? Oh, let's go for a drive. There's no businesses open. There's nothing. Where do they go? Where do they go? I don't know, but I was going to the kayak park. Godfrey's Clown Circus. It's pathetic. It is pathetic. Well, this is, they got one lane traffic, right? Yeah. It's pathetic. Here we go. So Swift. Redoing Matt Godfrey's kayak park. He must have had a really troubled childhood, is all I gotta say. He tried to turn, I mean, God, it's so gross what he did to it. He just robbed a lot of money. I mean, I restrict. Where's Leslie Hodson's Coliseum, the great one? The one in Sacramento? Oh, talk about restored. The one in San Francisco? That's all Leslie Hodson. The best one was right there. The most famous, oh, they let it burn down. So, the super site, right there. Smith & Edwards bought it and filled it up full of toxic waste, so Ogden buys it. So Ogden buys it. Why? For a big liability, and so the taxpayers paid millions of dollars to clean it up. They tore it down. It was a toxic soup because he filled it full of toxic waste. You know, he was an Army surplus guy. Free marketer, just asking. But his family got rich off of bailout by the Ogden taxpayers. So let's see what we can get going here. Come on, camera, hang in with me. They're great. There it is. There's the Union. I did all the plasterwork restoration on that building too in the day. I got thousands of them. You know, cement. There it is. This is what's left of the great railroad yard. Nothing. Nothing. There's the old Swift building. Good view. Some cool rocks, some stone. Alright, so placing in there. Spending millions of dollars to artificially, when it was so beautiful it didn't need anything done to it. It was grand. But gotta spend the money. So this is what's left of the great rail yard. The greatest in the world. This is what's left of it. Headed to the Marine Biology Bowl. The most famous marine biologist probably in the history of the country is Kevin Blanch. What? In the high desert of Utah. What? Play back the tape, Your Honor. Doesn't the work matter? Who's the media? The moose story doesn't prove it. Who's the media? What's the matter you? What's the matter you? Who's the savages? That movie's based on Jedediah Smith and Jim Bridger, William Glass's journals that they wrote right there. Peter Skeen Ogden never set foot in Ogden. Anybody tells you he's full of shit. He was on the backside. Wasatch meets Hyde in French. Est-ce que vous parlez français? No, the fur rapers were here in 1820. They actually just ran an ad in the paper in Missouri. And we worship these. Most of them were nothing but native murderers for the French to get the fur out of here. Watch the movie Revenants, based on their journals. And they lived here. Jedediah Smith. The Jedediah Smith River, speaking of marine biologist, has no dams. He lived here. The steelhead salmon and snooker down 90%. Here we go. Where do they all go? Where do they all go? In those shiny coffins. Nothing left. Nothing left. What's the biggest building? God, what's that great big building they built? Biggest building on juvenile court. Talk about repression to the kids. The shit we did when we were here kids. Which, that's all illegal now. You can't be it. You're in person. You can't use your own, what young people have done for thousands, not millions of years. Let's throw the football over. Kick it down 24th Street. Oh, Weber did a drop kick yesterday. Or last week. First drop kick I've since Wildcat Morris played there. So headed up to the game. I hope Josh Davis. We'll go over 3,000 today, I think. He needs 40. Now, my good friend Cooley, what happened to him? He bolted. He got pissed. Who knows what the politics are, but, you know, so, Marine Biology Bowl in the high desert of Utah. Kevin Blanch. Who's the media? Now, who's the media? What's the matter, you? Doesn't the moose story tell you who the media is? Friendship slaves. Dog pound? No. Cat pound. I remember when there was a wildcat not that long ago running around on the field at Weber State. Never been a moose there in 71 years, but Mark Hadley DNR says big moose chase off little moose. Won't even mention the word drought. You can't think about the media. Won't even mention the nuclear energy emperor. Oh, he has no fucking clothes. These are good videos. I'm glad I've been wanting to get them. Why the construction is going so I can get in here. How swiftly they destroy our history. The good, the bad, the ugly. Ogden, Utah. Now I want you to tell, who's the fucking media? Who's the professor? Who's the marine biologist? Who's the salmon expert? Who's the environmentalist? Who's the physicist? Who's the nuclear physicist? Now who is he? Doesn't the work matter? Video killed the media stop. Video killed the media. We can't rewind, we've come too far. Pictures came and broke your heart. I don't understand why more people don't do what I'm doing. As far as, you got to go free. I've got so many freaking degrees and so much college credentials it'd blow your mind. So, but they're going to deny my work. The old Junction City, the great Junction City, the incredible boom town of all boom towns, in Art Deco decay. Who's the savages? You know the streets were all named after the Mormon Church early in Ogden. Kiesel kicked them off. Jefferson, Farm McKay, Brody, Rory class. That used to be Joseph Smith Street. Grand Avenue used to be called Brigham Young Street. Kicked them off. Of course, Kiesel named one after himself, didn't he? Narcissistic politicians. They gotta go. Comic and Pop Culture Convention. Presented by Siegfried and Jensen. Perfect, right? Perfect. 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 Where did we... Fuck, West Ogden. What a trip it was. The 16th War. Talk about... Woo! Danger, danger. Play basketball there. Woo! Oh, that's good. Mormon boys. West Ogden. Flesh. The movie. Filmed right there. That's it. That's it. That's cool. But I did the restoration plaster work on that building. That's it. That's the building. That whole hotel. You know, so... I want to try to capture as much Ogden history as I possibly can. The old dump was right there. Whoa. Which isn't that long ago. The new dump's right down in the thing. The transfer station. I'll tell you how the there's no recycling here. The transfer station, I'll tell you how it works. Remember when they couldn't find the one young guy that was murdered in Ogden forever and ever and ever? Here in Blood, Utah? That's where they found it. Because somebody threw him in a dumpster. Goes through there. So we ship our garbage to Los Angeles. Let them sort through it. And then... they ship it, well, all over the world, just dump it. You know, consumption, yet we're consuming 50% of the world's product. We make up less than 4%. It's disturbing. It's disgusting. We don't protect any legacy in history. We're unconscious. We don't care. We don't think about other people. We don't think about Mother Earth. It's become so contemporized now to just attack Mother Earth in any way you can. The Moose story proves it. You know, they're... Oh, we donated to a family. Who? The DNRs? I mean, you know how much a moose is worth? A dead moose? Huh, was that their plan? Weber State, what's the matter you? What's the matter you, Weber State? What a toxic hellhole we've turned her into. The old Richardson Mart right there. Mountain View Apartments. That's where that movie's. Chevy Chase in that movie? God, how far removed are we from that? So, wow. What a cool town it used to be. Let's kick your football down the hill, huh? You'll get hit by this freaking... The old towers are still there. I'm surprised they haven't tore those down. So, I'm trying. I want to get as much of this recorded as I can because I turn it down so fast. You know, and I have lots of them. One day I'll organize it. You know, I'm a little busy. Where do we go from here? Yeah, the road. They'll hit you. They'll try to hit you on purpose. Around here, the old Richardson Market. Whoa, that place used to be hopping, right? So everybody bought beer when we were teenagers. So. The old silos tore down. God, there's the Exchange building. You'll see the videos. This was the beer distributing shit. Beer. Come full circle, right? So we got it. Good work, Kev. Head to the game. Josh Davis scored 3,000 yards today. What an athlete. From here, but the same town as he, Trevon Smith. Well, he's got 4,000. Yeah, beat to death in a jail cell. Won't mention his name, Farmer K. Brody, Bernard DeFoto, Kevin Blanch. Blackballed. You know the term blackballed? I restored the 1905 Masonic Temple. I'm not a Mason. I'm a real Mason. I split my own rock. The rock Mason in this town. Drop kicker. Let's drop kick it. It's the worst drop kick I ever saw, Kevin. It was an onside kick. It's an onside kick. Kevin Blanch recovers the onside kick. Man, Blanch. Where do we go? Don't tread on the Queen's Forest.